many of you feel that you have not yet reached your potential? Raise your hand and say yes. Raise it. Yes. How many of you feel like you could be or should be more successful than you currently are? Raise your hand. Give me an amen. Amen. How would you like to maximize your chances of reaching your goals and live in a constant state of success every day? Can I hear it? Yes. Yes. Do you know what we need to do? We need to start a revival. A success revival. But in order for us to achieve that level of success, we first need to frame the problem that prevents us from seeing success clearly. I'm going to introduce you to the bell curve. For those of you who don't know what the bell curve is, it basically says that most people are in the average, normal area, and then there's some minor outliers. You represent the most beautiful people on the planet. Hey, the newscasters, the female sports announcers, what? Supermodels, influencers. Okay, there are very few of you. So enjoy it for just a minute. Okay? You three represent the average. You know, not slightly less than average, slightly more than average, but average. You know, it's good. Not one of you ugly, but over here. Was anybody surprised when I said, where's Bryce? Right? Who gets the most attention? Who gets the most double takes on this bell curve? Is it where the majority is? No. Nope. Where is it? It's either Bryce, because you're going, what the? Oh my gosh. Or it's over here, super hotness. You go, what? Ooh, yeah, I'll have some of that. What's interesting about this bell curve, it's in a lot of things. Obviously, attractiveness. But it's the same as true for success. What type of stories get the most types of attention on the news and in social media? So what doesn't get millions of views and lots of shares are the mundane day-to-day stuff. Guys working on their computer, checking their email, mowing the lawn, shoveling snow. Anybody sharing those? And if they are, it's like personal. Usually, it's like, guess how much snow I got today? Getting millions of views? No, that's not where the action is. You know what gets the action? Epic fails. Stupid people doing stupid things, getting hurt that we laugh at. We shouldn't, but we do. It's hilarious, right? Or it's just totally cool stuff. Miraculous things. Super talented people. Right? Stunts that are just out of this world. Really cool stuff. It's the stuff we share with others and others share with us. All the attention that we see online, on the media, and on the news, do they talk about boring things? Nope. Totally dramatic stuff. Most of the time, it's just epic, terrible stuff. Every once in a while, to throw in a bone, they'll do something really nice. But most of the time, it's these extremes. Okay, now all of this attention focus on these outside things has warped our kind of perspective of what normal is. Normal seems to be now this like tiny little sliver. And success and failures look huge because they get so much attention. And so our expectation of success seems to be like, oh, it must be really easy. Because most of us are in the middle of the bell curve. That's why it's called the bell curve. Most of us are in there. And we want to be in the top 5 percentile. That happens to look huge. And the problem is, where we are and where we want to be has created this huge chasm of discontent. It's no wonder why the US is suffering an epidemic of unhappiness, depression, anxiety. We think, oh, that target's so easy to get, everybody's doing it. Now that I've framed the problem, now that we understand why our vision of success is so distorted, we can now begin to create a clearer, more accurate target of success so that we can recognize it when we achieve it. And the first part of that journey, the first step in that journey, is learning how to silence the dream killer. You might call them different names, but it's that voice inside your head. Mine sounds like this, by the way, just so make sure.
Ernie, you want to lose 15 pounds? Please. You couldn't say no to a Cheeto, a Dorito, basically anything that ends with O, you can't say no to. By the way, have you noticed that? All the goodies ends with O. Cheeto, burrito, Frito, ho-ho. Another one. Ernie, you want to land that big account? Please, you're too small fry for them. Don't embarrass yourself by asking. Ernie, you want to finish an Ironman? Have you looked in the mirror? You don't have the physique for an Ironman.
Okay, now, the purpose of the dream killer is to protect you from the pain, the frustration, the embarrassment that comes from failure. And the key to being successful is learning how to silence that dream killer. And the best version of yourself, unfortunately, lies on the other side of uncertainty. It requires you to risk failure. Doing a big merger acquisition, could that fail? Oh, you know what, it might fail. Let's not do it. No, it requires you to risk failure. And the dream killer will always meet you at that crossroads every time. Success isn't the outcome of trying. Success is the trying. Success isn't the outcome of trying. Success is trying. And I had this crazy thought, what if I started measuring success by the effort and not just the outcome? Now, in business, I know outcomes are super important, but they often are affected by conditions that are completely out of our control. Economy, COVID-19, whatever, right? And if we only measured success by the outcomes, most of our lives would be lived in an unsuccessful state, right? Because we're basically these little fleeting moments of, I did it, and then what? You're back to the grind. That sounds terrible. But if we can redefine success to be the effort as well as the outcome, we'd be much, much more likely to crush our goals because we are working on the today, on the effort now. And I can be happy, I create a plan. That's what we do. We create a plan for our goal. And we do everything we can to crush that plan. But if the outcomes don't match our intentions, what do we do? Especially if it happens often, we give up. We sandbag. We self-sabotage. We lose hope. Okay, that's why I gave up writing my book. Right? If I'm destined for failure, forget it. But if we can redefine success to be the effort and not just the outcome, we'll be much, much more likely to crush our goals. Create a plan, crush the plan, and then celebrate the process of crushing the plan. That is success. Now, this new definition of success took the teeth out of the dream killer for me. Spell success with 3 C's. Create a plan. Anytime you have a goal, you establish your goal, and then you do the obvious. What action do I need to take? What steps do I need to take to achieve that goal? Okay, this is the step where leader and mentor involvement is critical because they have the experience to know what tactics to best employ to reach the outcome. So when there's a goal, okay, team, get together. This is not like a private thing that happens. This is the most important part of the goal. Put a plan together. Now, consider in that plan that life still goes on around that plan. It needs to be flexible. So make sure that your plan is doable and allows some flexibility for sick days, vacation, holidays, things like that. We know that's going to happen, so put it in the plan. You know you have a good plan when you can see that it is doable, you've anticipated where you'll be weak, and you can trace all of the steps to that ultimate goal. That's a good plan. The most important step. Second, crush the plan. Don't second guess the plan because you've had the best and brightest people help you create the plan. Knowing that you can be, if you just execute it, you'll make it happen. There's 3 reasons you'll fail. 1, there are conditions outside of your control that you cannot anticipate or that you didn't anticipate. If you could anticipate them, you would have put that in your plan. And that's good. The next time you create a plan, just put it into the new plan. No big deal. So external factors. Second, the plan was stupid. It was not going to reach your goal. But there's no way to know that unless you crush the plan and prove that it was the plan's fault. So crush the plan. Stick to the schedule. The next one is celebrate. Celebrate. You are crushing the plan. Every day you do what you're supposed to be doing is a success. So enjoy the success. It isn't just the outcome, because here's the cool thing about this whole idea, this whole concept. You become a plan crusher. It does not matter what the plan is. You will eventually become successful at whatever you want to do. Because what you do is you crush the plan. You know what? I learned something about the plan that needs to be fixed. Revise the plan. Crush the plan. Celebrate. Revise. Repeat. That is success. That's the definition of success. So what does this mean for you? The next time you're inspired with a dream and you want to set a goal, recognize your doubts as the voice of the dream killer. Then silence it by creating a plan. The best plan that you can think of that will help you meet your objectives. Write it down. Schedule it to the hour or even day, right? Then crush the plan. Eliminate any obstacles you have in the way and just stick to your plan. Finally, celebrate. Hold your head up high knowing that you are on the shortest path to reaching your desired outcome. And if you need to revise your plan based on experience, changes in the landscape, or new information, no problem. Create a new plan. Crush the new plan. Celebrate, revise, repeat. You now have a formula that will maximize your chances of reaching your goals and live in a state of success every day. Now get out there and crush your goals. Your success is inevitable.